What's up, everybody? It's another Tuesday Night Worlds in Louisville. This is on July 1st. I'm going to try to do a NorCal cycling style video for you guys. Kind of talk through my thought process during the race and shorten it up a little bit to make it more watchable. So let me know if you guys like this. I'll keep doing it. There's a lot of people out here today. It was a pretty good turnout. Pace slows up pretty quick, so I'm going to move up to the front, find the dash diesel chase, and hang around up there because that's where the action is going to be. Big group like this, there's for sure going to be a breakaway at some point. On the back straight, there's a pretty steep, short climb that everybody likes to try to get away on, and me and Chase are both bigger riders. So we're going to need to be in a position where we can react to those smaller guys attacking on the hills. So I'm just going to find my spot here towards the front of the race. I don't want to get too close to the front just yet. So the early riders that took off at the beginning, they got caught, so I'm going to let Blake slide in here around his teammate, Scott, and wait for this hill coming up to see what happens. I think Chase is on the front right now. He's kind of cranking the pace up a little bit. I'm assuming because he doesn't want anybody to try to make a move on the downhill here before the climb. I'm just going to maintain my pace. I usually like to sag climb this a little bit to try to get ahead of whatever's coming. For whatever reason, everybody coasts to the bottom of the hill a lot of times. So I'll always make up a few spots here. But as I get to the front, I'm actually not going to come around Chase. I'm going to try to block his right sides to limit the direction attacks can come from. So you'll see me move up, and I think he knows I'm on his right side. He'll look over and see me, but then Kraus comes over the left side pretty quick, and that's the number one target. Kraus is probably the fastest guy out here in Louisville right now, so Chase goes with him, and I'm going to stay in my position towards the front and keep a heavy pace, but I know that they're going faster, so I'm going to let Chase and Kraus try to get away on this one. Blake takes off with him, and his teammate Scott's right there with me, so pace slows up a little bit, and we're going to give them a chance to get away. Doesn't last too long though. Pops comes around on my right side. He's my dad, but he's not my teammate. So he's a sprinter just like I am. He wants this to come back and be a field sprint. So I'm gonna let a few wheels fill in front of me, and we'll slide back in and pick things back up. Got a compliment. They know what I was doing. They knew I was blocking. This guy here, he kind of lets the wheel go, and I'm looking at him like, dude, I'm not closing that. Kind of lets him know he needs to get on that wheel. then then slows up for a minute. I see Scott come around my right side pretty hard, so I'm going to hop on that. It looks like he's trying to bridge across. So now Scott's trying to bridge to the breakaway with his teammate Blake and my teammate Chase. So I'm just going to let him pull me back because I know he's got good sustained power and we are rolling. And here we are. We are in the breakaway right now. And I'm happy as can be because Scott just pulled me up there. And this is not a normal spot for me. So I'm just going to sit on the back here and catch my breath for a minute. I think one man has a bridge behind me. I think it's one of the fit zingers. Blake falls off. I guess he's going back to the group. I think he got a little overheated. And this breakaway, I think, is going to stick. We'll see what happens. I'm breathing heavy here. Sprinter in the breakaway. You can see it's not exactly a breakaway right now. It's really strung out. But this pace stays high. Somebody's driving the pace up there. It's either Kraus or Chase. So I'm thinking that we're brought back now because the pace slows up. And Kraus and Chase both pull off to the left. It looks like it's going to be my turn to pull here in a second. And I look behind me and I notice there is a gap. So I'm actually going to slot in and take a pull to show everybody I'm willing to work. I want to help Chase get away here. So I'm going to take a pull, but everybody's doing some shenanigans. Nobody wants to help me. They want me to get tired because nobody wants the sprinter in the breakaway. I don't blame them. Chase knows, and he wants the breakaway to stay away, so he comes back around on the right side, and we reset. But there is a little bit of a gap still. Situations like this, I don't know if me being in the break with Chase is going to help him or hurt him because more often than not, nobody's going to want to help Chase stay away because Chase is always going to help protect me in the breakaway. So they look to him to cover all the moves and keep the pace high because they don't want me around. Two teammates in a breakaway gives you more responsibility. I see one of the fit zingers. He looked back, and there is definitely a break right now. So he hits the gas pretty hard. And I think this is kind of what solidifies this breakaway for the next lap. I'm hurting a lot, but I don't want this to break up. I knew Chase was behind me, so I held that wheel, and here we are. Jim catches up to us. He's pulling right now. Everybody's doing their part, trying to keep this breakaway alive. And we're coming up to the hill again. And I believe Kraus is not on the back anymore. He's not in the breakaway. Something happened. I think whenever it initially was brought back, he thought it was going to be brought back as well. So he got back. He joined the group, but that gap snapped. So he's not in the group right now. So we're driving the pace pretty hard because he's kind of the guy we're running from. So here I am again. I'm kind of up on Chase's left side to kind of make a wall because I don't want anybody to come over top of me. I'm going to keep the pace high because it's going to be really hard for Chase to react to something if it goes right at that point. So I'm digging deep here. This hurts really bad. Just trying to keep the pace up, trying to stay away from Kraus. I think it's Scott, one of the Fitzingers, Jim, Chase, and me right now. This is foreign territory for a guy like me. But I'm, at this point, fully committed to just trying to keep this breakaway away so Chase has a chance to get a win here. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit. Everybody's still pulling through. My pulls are a little shorter just because I don't have the engine. Everybody knows that, but I'm showing that I'm wanting to work. So they're playing nice with me for now. So I do a quick little pull. I flip Fitzinger through. And what do you know? Who's on Scott's wheel? It's Kraus. He bridged to us, and he brought the other Fitzinger, I think his name is Jed, back with him. So now we're in like a 6 or 7 man breakaway. And I'm in a lot of pain. And Kraus gets to the front, and he jammed to the pace off this turn. Really puts me in the hurt locker. You see, I pat my right hip to let Fitzinger know I'm tired. I'm trying to get him to get on Chase's wheel because I think at any moment here I was going to be dropped if something happened. He told me he was tired. I told him I was tired too, and I just try to hang on to Kraus's wheel here. So there goes Kraus. I do not have anything to respond to that. Chase is going to try to chase it down, but at this point, I'm cooked. I got nothing left.
Oh, well. Sorry, Scott.
So I'm going to check out. Hope that Chase can hang on to that, and I'm going to wait for the group to catch me and try to hop back in there. Longest I've been in a breakaway out on this course, 2 laps. I was pretty happy with that. So I'm unzipped, waiting for the group to catch, and Caleb, like a true gentleman, cranks the pace up to blow my doors off, so I have a hard time catching back on. Thank you, Caleb, for that. So I'll hop back on here, and we'll see what happens. There's not much later. We're going back down the hill on the last lap, coming into the little 2-step hill. And see, everybody's kind of slowing down again. So I'm going to keep the pace up. Kind of sad, climb a little bit. I actually put a pretty good dig in here. George comes around me, a little whippersnapper. I think I bite off more than I can chew here. And after we get to the top of this hill, I just kind of pull off because I'm pretty cooked. And I didn't feel like there was much point in me putting in any more effort because, you know, there's 6 guys up the road and I wasn't going to sprint for 7th today. So there goes the group, and that is the end of my ride. The sprinter did not survive the breakaway. But thanks, guys. If you like watching this, if you like me talking through the race, just let me know, and I'll keep making them just like this.